you know, and I was signed to Invicta at the time, and being in Australia, it was really expensive to fly me out for fights.
Okay.
So I was having a hard time getting fights in general. My manager, my manager now, who wasn't my manager at the time, Daniel Rubenstein, he lived in Vegas, well, he still does. He just paid for my flight and was like, come out here, let's see how you go. I still had like 2 years left on my international visa. So I was like, why not? Came out, one more fight for Invicta. I think had 2 other fights outside of UFC, and then got a last minute 10-day call-up. I actually got into the Tough House at 125, and then I withdrew the week we were supposed to go in, and then got my debut call-up like 2 weeks later.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a success story. Hopefully a success story that these guys, Cesar Murcia and Ernesto Rodriguez, will talk about after their TuffNuff debuts. I guess we shall see. All right, let's go ahead and get inside the cage with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the TuffNuff welterweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, making his TuffNuff debut tonight, fighting out of Dave Howard's MMA corner, Las Vegas, Nevada, Cesar Murcia. His opponent stands across the cage in the red corner, also making his TuffNuff debut tonight, fighting out of Extreme Couture, Las Vegas, Nevada, Ernesto Rodriguez. Your referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Mark Smith.
How about this? The first thing that you notice when you look at Ernesto in contrast to Cesar?
I think Ernesto lifts a lot more weights. You know what, this is crazy about how busy and big Extreme Couture is that's where I train here in Vegas, and I have never seen Ernesto before in my life. Wow. That was a beautiful, classic Extreme Couture style takedown there.
Getting his Randy Couture on there, huh? And you're absolutely right. He's strong. Obviously, he's got a lot of energy, and he's going for this finish quickly, is Ernesto.
Yeah, you know, those 2-minute rounds, though, like, you can't really waste any time.
Man, your stablemate, whom you've never seen before, you'll recognize him now when you see him over there, won't you?
Maybe.
As you can hear, Ernesto, or not Ernesto, that's got to be Cesar who's getting the instruction from his corner.
Oh, Ernesto just grabbed that wrist ride from behind, though, which is a very classic Dennis Davis at Extreme Couture move. You know, the first time I started grappling down there, everyone was wrapping my arm up behind my back to the point where I couldn't move. And I remember leaving that first grappling session going, oh my God, like, I need to be able to do this to people.
So you can get that hand pinned and punch him in the face as much as you want?
Yeah, that's a plan. You see Ernesto sitting in tight half guard. He's not letting Cesar get up at all.
He's very heavy on top, isn't he? And as Cesar is getting instruction from the left, I believe Cesar is getting more instruction from the outside. That's got to be a family friend, but somebody's giving him some kind of instruction because Ernesto is going to town.
This is really nice MMA wrestling right now. You know, the last fight we saw really good MMA jiu-jitsu, and now we're seeing really, really beautiful MMA wrestling.
That's very observant because you're completely right. It's very good MMA wrestling because Ernesto has been extremely heavy on top, no pun intended if you're looking at the Extreme Couture shorts right there.
He just locked up that wrist ride from behind again. I'm going to say that round went to Ernesto.
Look at you. You're going to take a stab at that one, huh? Way to go out on a limb there, Jesse.
just going to be Captain Obvious right now.
Captain Obvious. Jesse's giving the first round to Ernesto.
He has Ryan Couture, who I believe he's fought on TuffNuff.
Yes. I actually commentated his very first fight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but here we go. Ernesto was about that.
Yeah, beautiful. He knew what he wanted straight away. I don't even think 3 seconds had gone by before he started looking at it.
Yeah, you can tell. He said, I'm going for the takedown. And there you are. Got that wrist behind and the left hand to the face. All right, got a little Soldier Boy. We got everybody dancing over here. We got Jess dancing. We got Mandy over here dancing to the left. All right, round number 2. So if you are Cesar, what are you looking for? What are you trying to do right now?
Not let Ernesto take me down. That's for damn sure.
Avoid the takedown. She's
Avoid
keeping
the
it simple.
takedown. But I think with how intense Ernesto came out, if he tries to fight that again, it's not going to. Then there we go. Power double.
That was a power double. And you know what? I hate to say this, but if Ernesto wanted to punch Cesar, he could have done that. Because, I mean, his face was basically right there with hands down, knowing that he was trying to avoid the takedown.
Yeah, yeah. And that's one of the things, you know, my coach, even though I'm a striker, my coaches like to tell me to at least feint a takedown or go for a takedown in the first round, because then your opponent's always going to be worried about it, you know?
That's true. And then at some point you can fake the shot and come up with an overhand right.
Exactly, exactly.
So Dan Henderson overhand right, that kind of puts people to sleep.
Yeah. That's funny. I did an appearance with Dan not that long ago. We went to the Fitness Expo in Ohio, or the Arnold's actually in Ohio. He's one of the sweetest men I've ever met in my life. He is so funny and so sweet. I'd never met him before. And it's so bizarre to me meeting fighters who I know have got multiple knockouts and are nasty in the cage, and then realizing they're nicer than the majority of people.
You know what? I've thought this from all of my time covering the UFC and MMA fights for such a long time, as Ernesto is just hammering Cesar right now. Got that top mount. Looks like the referee's getting ready to stop this thing, and there we go. We got a stoppage.
TKO. Beautiful work.
I'm not going to lie. Go ahead. I'm not going to lie. Ernesto is making me sad that I don't go to the gym as much as I should. I'm just go ahead and throw that out there right now.
No offense. I think he's a little bit younger than you. I think he might have an advantage right now. But, you know, it's never too late. It's never too late. I saw a video of like a 70-year-old woman deadlifting the other day.
Oh, wow.
So
I'm being compared to a 70-year-old woman. Can we get another color commentator over here with me? Go ahead and take a look at the finish right here for Ernesto.
Get up.
Tough gun, beautiful strike. Yeah, try for that wrist right again. That wrist right, he just needs to know.
And really, I mean, he just overwhelmed me, didn't he? I mean, he really just overwhelmed me.
That was a beautiful debut.
Let's go,
very,
fight.
very impressive debut. You know what it's a shame
Stop.
to do more with.
No, and really, when you just said that was a beautiful debut by Ernesto, it just really made me remember that it was his debut, because watching him fight, he did not look like a guy who had not been in the cage before for a fight, did he?
Not at all. He came out calm and ready, you know.
Getting a big hug from a couple of guys in this corner, one of them being the man with the last name on his shorts, Ryan Couture. He's a former Cuban national champion wrestler.
I understand now. That makes sense.
That makes a whole lot of sense. We're getting information from folks on the outside who thank you very much for that, because it makes a whole lot of sense, because he definitely competed before.
Yeah, and it also makes sense why he has Enzo Perez in his corner, who I'm pretty sure he's fought for TuffNuff before as well, and he's Cuban. I never see, like, Enzo's in and out of Extreme Couture, so I was really confused why he was cornering with Ryan, but that makes sense.
There we go, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and get our official word from our guy inside of the cage, giving hugs and handshakes, kissing babies, Justin Bernard.
You got to finger guns.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute, 20 seconds in round number 2, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the fight for your winner by TKO, Ernesto Rodriguez.
How about Ernesto Rodriguez, the Cubana, getting the TKO in the second round? Ryan Couture in there in the cage. I haven't seen Ryan Couture probably 10 years from actually calling his very first tough fight. Fun fact, which doesn't matter at all, he and I went to the same university.
Congratulations.
He graduated from my college up at Western Washington University. So here we are, Ernesto getting the stoppage. You gotta like seeing that from your stablemate.
Yeah.
We'd like to send a
I'm
special
always,
thank you to our officials and friends who make tonight
We'll
clean
break and
and
we'll be
safe.
right
Big
back.
shout out to the ISKA, Carlos and the crew, making sure the event goes smooth.